worked as a taxi driver for 20 years, picking up passengers from all walks of life. You learn your fair share of general knowledge and strange facts. For myself, meeting people was the fun part, though you did encounter some odd folks on occasion. This is a story about a passenger I picked up one damp, foggy night. I was already exhausted, working much later than I should, but I wanted to bank as much extra buck as I could before my annual vacation. It was 2 a.m. I was driving the dampened downtown streets. I could barely keep my eyes open. I needed to call it a night, when suddenly, I was waved down by a pedestrian. He was an older guy, extremely tall, his arms nearing his kneecaps as he stood under the misty streetlight. I figured, one last ride couldn't hurt. In his soaking trench coat, he got in slowly, awkwardly. "Where you heading?" I asked. "45th and Baker, please." I couldn't hold back my yawn. "No problem," I replied. As we pulled off, I peered in the rear view to get a glimpse. His skin was damp and pale, his eyes sunken and murky. He looked out the window and said, "The name's Sam." We had been driving for a stretch before I asked him the typical cab questions. "Where are you from? You new to the city? Any places you're interested in seeing?" He remained silent for each one. Sam did seem a little socially withdrawn, but I didn't think much of it. By this point, my fatigue now deeply setting in and my eyes beginning to close, I felt my head slightly nodding when Sam said, "It's dangerous to drive, sleep deprived." "It's okay. I know the city like the back of my hand. We'll be fine," I said. A long silence held, when out of nowhere, Sam replied, "Then you would know there is no 45th and Baker." The eerie words hadn't registered to me yet. I felt a chill run down my spine. He was right. When I looked back to acknowledge him, he was gone. I immediately pulled over and parked. I scanned the back seat frantically. Did he open the door and leave? Impossible. Did I dream the entire thing? I wasn't sure anymore. I sat dumbfounded. I closed my eyes, only to open them to the sound of rushing traffic as I remained parked exactly where I was from earlier. I was refreshed. Parking for the night ended up being a blessing in disguise. Driving in that condition, the night could have ended up much more worse. However, I was still bewildered about everything that had happened. I searched the back seat for any trace encounter of the mysterious stranger, only to find a single dollar bill with a note attached. "Thanks for the lift, Sam."